uneven cash flows. So till now you are talking about equal amounts or growing amounts. We were not talking about uneven cash flows which are not even, right? So how do you solve a question which has uneven cash flows to find its present value and future value? So for finding out the PV and FV of an uneven cash flow, you use the cash D editor or the cash button inside the calculator. So in the calculator, on the third row, beside compound, there is a function called cash. Press cash. Now, I is the given rate, which is in this case is 8%. So a person gets 5,000 at the end of 1 year, 6,000 at the end of 2 years, 7,000 at the end of third year. Calculate the present value of the cash flow if the ROI is 8% per annum. So I is 8. Now below I there is a function called cash D editor. Execute it and you will get X, and beside X there will be written 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. All of you are there? All of you are there? Now,
yes, sir. Yes.
Now, here 1 means 0 on the timeline. 2 means 1 on the timeline. 3 means 2 on the timeline. Just remember this. Our timeline starts from 0. In this calculator, it starts from 1. So actually our 0 is there 1. Do you understand this? Now 5,000 at the end of first year would come at 0 or 1 on the timeline. 5,000 at the end of first year would come out 0 or 1?
1, sir.
1. So that means the number 1 in the calculator should be 0 because I am getting nothing there. Number 2 would be 5,000. Number 3 would be 6,000. And number 4 would be 7,000. Yes. And after 7,000, everything should be blank, not even a figure. So put 1 is 0, execute. 2 is 5,000, execute. 3 is 6,000, execute. 4 is 7,000, execute. And after 4, everything is blank. If in your calculator there are figures, press del till you get blank. Now press escape. Beside solve, there is a button called escape. And solve for NPV. What do you get? 15,330.
Yes.
All of you got the present value of this cash flow is 15,330. Correct? This is okay. Suppose this question was find this money was invested at 8%, and what would be the future value? Then you go, instead of everything remains the same, but now you go to NFV and solve. Below NPV there is IRR, then there is payback period, then it is NFV, net future value. Solve it. You will get 19,312. So I can solve for a future value or present value of an uneven cash flow. Mr. Sharma has invested 2,000 rupees in an investment that gives him 40,000 rupees for the first 4 years and 60,000 rupees for the next 3 years. If the rate of return is 12%, calculate the net present value of these cash flows. Put it in the calculator. I is 12, we are being told. So I is 12. I is 12. Cash the editor you go, and now you have to remember the sign in front of the cash flow also. Is it a negative sign or positive sign? Remember that when you input the cash flows. So when you invest 2 lakh rupees, would money come to you or go out? One would be minus 2 lakh. One would be minus 2 lakhs. Two would be 60,000 4 times. Then you put 60,000 4 times. 40,000 4 times. Remember that is a timeline going on in the calculator. So as per the timeline you have to put. So if you are investing 40,000 4 times, then every point would have 40,000. Then 60,000 for 3 years. Then after 8, everything should be blank. Then press escape, solve for NPV. $13,078.
Reach out today and let's do it professionally.